Now we turn our attention to the creation of customer records, which is requirement R7. So we go back to our model, and we've got our structural model, and we need to create objects of this class set, the customer. So I go to the behavior diagram and I create a VD set for customer so that I can create local operations for the class set customer. And so I will start by creating a new operation to create customer objects. And so I will have to say that my operation is new. And now I will double click it so that I create the contract for this operation. Again, as always, I start by defining the inputs and outputs. And since I'm creating a new customer object, I need to see the data that I need to fill in a new object. And this information comes from the structural diagram. I see that the customer number has a CNO, as a name, as an address, and as a type. As the CNO is a number which is assigned by the system, I'm not going to require an input for this. However, I do need inputs for the name, the address, and the customer type. So I start by defining these inputs, which here are decal objects here. So I have an input ADDR question mark, so inputs always take the question mark of type address. I have got the name of type name. And I will have also a CTY question mark for the customer type. Yes, so name, address, and customer type. And now I need also to say that I'm going to create a new object, and this comes with the decal new object, which is in bold, and I'm going to say that I'm going to create an object C exclamation mark of type customer. So in the post condition, so when I come to the declarations compartment, if I hover the mouse on the declarations on the predicate compartment, which are these two for precondition and post condition, I notice that I have the same objects are repeated twice. So the first ones are for the precondition, and the second set is for the post condition. So I'm going to say that I want an arrows formula which will set the customer number CNO attribute. And I will say here that the CNO attribute is assigned non-deterministically to be any element of the set customer no. Yeah. So I will say that CNO, the attribute CNO of this new object, will be any customer number. And because I've already said that the customer numbers are unique, so this constraint must be satisfied. And I'm being very abstract here. I'm not going to say how the specific number of the customer is going to be assigned. I've already said that they must be unique. And here I just say, well, assign any belonging to this set. And so the CNO, I am in the context of this newly created object C exclamation mark. So the CNO will be any number belonging to this set, the set of customer numbers. And then I will have that the name of the customer will be the name provided as an input. and the address of the customer will be the address provided as an input also. And finally, the type of the customer will be the type provided as an input as well. CTY question mark. And this defines my local contract for the operation customer new, which creates new customer objects. And these objects then are outputted to the environment of this operation in the C exclamation mark. Okay, so I've got the operation, local operation to create customer objects, but I need to make this available to the outside world. And the outside world operation is actually CreateCustomer to respond to the requirement R7 to create customer records. And now I double click on it. I create a new one. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to need to create again the inputs, declarations for inputs. So, and VCL communicates between global and local contracts with the way the communication happens is through names of variables. So I've got name of type name. I've got ADDR of type address. And I will have a CTY of type custtype. Now simply what I have to do in the global operation is just to call the local contract. This global operation is actually very simple. So now I just need a contract reference. Here we go, and I will call my customer new. And the import is set to false, and I just call my customer new. And yeah, so this is done. So I provide these three inputs: name, address, and customer type, and then I call just the customer new operation, which will call the local operation new to create customer objects.